Hello my lovelies, welcome to day 13 of your 30-day yoga challenge. My name is Natasha and today is all about flow. So you often hear a yoga practice maybe called a yoga flow, or there's different types of yoga like power flow, vinyasa flow. That's kind of what we're going for here, but also the concept of flow. Now I learned about this concept, I was at a retreat in Palm Springs and they brought in this artist who taught us how to do like watercolor paints, and basically the concept of flow in that sense is like anything that you do that just makes you feel like you're just flowing through it without thinking. So for her, it was painting. When she painted, she got in that state of flow where it's kind of like time passes like way faster than you think it does because you're so involved in whatever it is you're doing. You're so just at peace and focused, and it just kind of feels like, you know, you're not, like I said, time is kind of passing and you're not doing anything like hard, or, you know, like time flies when you're having fun, like that kind of concept. That's kind of what I gather the flow means. So for me, I find flow in yoga. So when I'm doing yoga, it kind of feels like I'm in my own little time bubble and there's nothing else around me, and I just kind of flow and do what feels good. And before I know it, you know, an hour has passed. And also cooking. For me, cooking is really like my flow space. I love to cook. I love to bake. I just think back to like, you know, one time my roommate was watching me cook and I was like so focused and just in my own head and like vibing, having a good time. She was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like I didn't say a word like in like the 30 minutes she was sitting there and I was cooking, and that's kind of what flow is. So that's what I want us to find in this practice. We are going to be flowing in the sense that we're going to be kind of going back to our sun salutations and finding that flow. So the movements here are going to be very flowy, kind of lead from one to the other, and I just want you to try to lose yourself in it. Now, here's the thing, when I say try to lose yourself in it, you're gonna get so like concentrated on like, I gotta focus, I gotta flow. And then it doesn't become flow, right? So I just want you to kind of let it go naturally. Connecting to your breath will really help with this. And just kind of getting out of your own head, which I know is way easier said than done. Focusing on kind of what the body is doing, focusing on your breath, and just losing yourself in the moment. So that's what we're gonna do today. So as always, have the props that you need nearby, have my blocks, got my strap, anything that you need to make your practice your own. And I believe I mentioned yesterday, I just really want you to focus on how it feels rather than how it looks. So if you're hyper focused on how you look, it's going to take you out of that flow, right? If we focus on how we feel, that's kind of the concept of flow, is just focusing really on how you feel and how good it makes you feel, and letting yourself get lost in that moment. So we're going to come to stand at the top of our mat in our Tadasana mountain pose. You can bring your hands to your sides. Stand nice and tall here. Feet can be hips distance or wider, whatever feels good for you and your body. Maybe lift up all 10 toes and then bring them back down to the mat and just get really grounded here. Imagine someone's pulling a string from the top of your head. Palms are facing forward, kind of shooting out energy and power through those hands. And bring your awareness to your breath. And noticing it as it goes in and out. Now as you breathe here, I want you to notice specifically where maybe tension in the body is hiding. So for me, it's always my shoulders struggling up to my ears. So with every exhale, I'm going to intentionally kind of relax those shoulders down, even if I maybe slouch a little, kind of over-exaggerating that release. So my whole body relaxes, then you kind of come to a neutral position. So maybe it's in your shoulders. I can kind of almost feel my shoulder blades squeezing behind me as well. Maybe it's in your tummy, you kind of feel maybe butterflies or something. Just use your breath to kind of push that belly out and just relax it. Maybe you find that you maybe lock your knees or hyperextend. I want you to release that. That's no good. We don't want that. I want you to use your breath. Maybe find a little bend in those knees. Just relax everything here in the body. We'll take a few deep inhales and exhales here together. Really big inhale in through the nose, filling up, taking up space. And open mouth, exhale. Allow the body to relax. Really big inhale in, filling up. And open mouth, exhale. Last one, really big inhale, and I want you to fill up a little more. And open mouth, exhale. Really release again, kind of let that body slouch and relax a little bit. Now just kind of rock yourself from side to side here. You're going to feel your arms kind of swing at your sides. And allow that to get bigger so your arms kind of start to come up. And we're just trying to release tension in the body here. We're trying to find that kind of flow, and we can't really have that if we're super tense. So you might feel like you're flailing here, but try to release all control of the arms and just let them swing. You can make it super big if you want. Just watch out for things around you. I would make mine bigger, but I might hit a shelf. Just focusing on your breath here. And then slowly begin to make it smaller and slow down. And just come back to stillness. Now you can bring your hands up and we're just kind of shake out the wrists. Same thing here, just kind of shake some of that tension away. Let your hands kind of be floppy and cast some of that stagnant tension out. And just kind of bring it to like a full body shake. Just kind of shaking everything out here, doing what feels good. Doesn't matter if you look silly. And we'll seal this finally with a breath. Really big inhale in, filling up. And open mouth, exhale. Allow yourself come back to stillness. Now we'll start our flow here with some half sun salutes. I want you to inhale those arms up overhead, really extend, reach for the sky. Exhale, hinge forward, fold over the legs. This is our first forward fold, so I just want you to hang out here. You can maybe bring your hands to blocks or grab for opposite elbows. Bend into the knees. Maybe gently sway from side to side. Just finding your breath here and finding your release. Go ahead and find stillness. Bring your hands either to your shins or to the blocks. Inhale for a halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. And exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do this 4 more times for a total of 5. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to standing. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Now here's where that flow component comes in. These next 2 I want you to do on your own. So I'm not going to cue them. I want you to listen to your breath, flow with your breath, and just flow with yourself 2 times in a row. So when you're ready, you'll start on the inhale and flow. Taking your time to get there. We will meet at standing when you're finished with your 2 rounds. All right. We're going to add on from here. We're going to go for some full sun salutations. So if you remember from the beginning, we worked through our vinyasas. So I want you to remember to go where it feels good for you. So if you like these half sun salutes, I want you to stay right here. If you want to add on that step back to your high plank or chaturanga, your heart opener, and then downward dog, you're welcome to join me. Listening to your body, choosing your own adventure here. We're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step it back. Now remember, you can step back to high plank or to the knees or to a table, going where it feels good for you. Inhale for that heart opener and exhale for that downward facing dog. Finding movement, and again, finding some flow in this downward dog. So doing what feels good. Breathing here. Find stillness. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do this one more time on my cues, and then the last time you're going to flow through on your own. So from the top, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, planting those hands, stepping back. Find your chaturanga, your heart opener, and finally your downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze to the top of the mat. Exhale, travel into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Now this last one, I want you to flow on your own, linking breath to movement. You can go fast, you can go slow. Just listen to yourself and your breath. You can watch me if you forget a move, but I'm not going to cue this one. So when you're ready, you'll take it from the inhale. We'll meet standing at the top of our mats. Take your time to get there. Once you're there, we'll take some community breaths here. Just share the energy with everyone here. Big inhale in through the nose. And open mouth, exhale. One more really big inhale in. And open mouth, exhale. All right. We're going to come to face the long edge of our mat. We're going to find some more flow here. Kind of going from side to side. So you can widen your legs like you're going to take a wide-legged fold. Now we're going to start with the right side. So you're going to turn your right toes to face the short edge of your mat. And we're going to find a warrior two here. So you might need to widen your stance a little bit. I'm going to bend into my right knee so it goes over the ankle. My hips are open. I'm going to extend my arms and find this warrior two here. Take a second to make sure those shoulders are released from the ears. We're not holding tension there. Now I want you to inhale, shift forward. Exhale, find an extended side angle. And this is where a block can come in. You can place that hand on a block if you'd like. Or you can rest that forearm on the thigh. Take that more lateral side bend here. Keep that chest open to the ceiling. Inhale, use the core to rise. Exhale, flip that front palm and reverse the warrior. So now leaning back, again, keeping that chest open. Check the integrity of your lunge. And inhale, rise. You can straighten that leg for a moment. Now, what we just did was that extended side angle to reversing our warrior. We're going to flow through that 5 times, back and forth. It's called a dancing warrior. And I want you to feel it. I want you to get into that flow. Just listen to your breath. You can go slower than me. You can go faster than me. But we're just going to flow forward and back. And let yourself get lost in it. So find your warrior two. Inhale, shift forward, find that extended side angle. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. And exhale, reverse. Now I want you to do this 5 more times on your own. Feel it, link your breath to your movement, and just flow. Once you're finished flowing, we'll meet in our warrior 2. And then you can gently release, shake the legs out for a moment. We're going to take it to the other side. Again, if you're still flowing, take your time. And before we go to the other side, we'll take a little pause here and center. We'll take a wide-legged fold. So inhale those arms up. Exhale, fold forward, release here. You can always keep a micro bend in those knees, or maybe bend into one knee and bend into the other. Again, find your flow here. Find your movement. Find what feels good for you and your body. Go ahead and come to stillness. Bring the hands to your hips. Bend into the knees. Inhale to rise. And exhale, we'll set up for our warrior 2 towards the opposite side. So, pointing my left toes now toward the back of my mat. Right toes stay where they are. Bring your block with you if you need it. Setting up for our warrior 2. So I'm bending into my left knee over ankle. Arms extend. Gaze forward. Checking in to make sure my shoulders aren't shrugged up to my ears. And then I'm going to inhale, shift forward. Exhale, find my extended side angle. Again, using your block if you'd like. Inhale, use that core to rise. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, come on up. Now again, we're going to flow. So first 2 I'm going to cue, and then you're going to do 5 more on your own breath. So finding my warrior 2. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, reverse. Inhale. And exhale. Now go ahead and flow for 5 breaths. Once you're finished, we'll meet in our warrior 2. Inhale here, exhale, release. Shake it on out for me. All right, we'll come back to stand at the top of our mats. Shake out your legs a little bit. We're gonna flow down to our mat. So just inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Just plant the hands, step back 1 foot and then the other, and just come to your tabletop here. And guess what? What's our most used yoga flow is our cat-cow. So that's where we're gonna go here. Coming to your tabletop, shoulder, elbow, wrist stacked, hips stacked over knees, putting support under your knees if you need it. We're going to find our cat-cow flow. Inhale, lift the chin, open the chest, arching the back. Exhale, round, dome out the shoulders, drop chin to chest. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. Now, as always, 5 to 7 more of these on your own breath. And again, just get lost in that flow. Do what feels good. Link your breath to your movement. And just flow here. Finishing up your last round and coming back to neutral. Now we're going to take some circles. These are kind of wrist hip circles, and we're just going to flow in a circle kind of around our wrist. So what it looks like, you're staying here in this tabletop. I want you to lean over to the right. So you're leaning your shoulders over to the right. You're going to inhale, bring the shoulders forward. So you're kind of leaning over your wrists. Then bring it over to the left. Push that left hip down. And then as we exhale, we almost release into a child's pose. And then come up on the right. Inhale through center, over to the left. Exhale to the back. You're almost drawing a giant circle with your chest here. If you imagine you had a pencil kind of strapped to your chest, you'd just be drawing this giant circle on your mat. And I want you to take these big old circles here. Exhale as you drop back. Inhale as you come up. And you can make these big or small. When you drop back, really push those hips back. Now the next time you're back, hold there, and then take it in the opposite direction. So coming up on the left, inhaling through center, dropping over to the right, really drop that hip. And back through center, exhale. Rise through the left, inhale through center. Drop to the right, and back, exhale. Flow here. Link breath to movement, fast or slow. Now this last one, I want you to drop into your child's pose. So you might need to widen those knees a bit more. Sink those hips back to your heels and just release all the way down into your child's pose. Connect to your breath here. Your breath in and of itself is a flow of prana, of our life force. So just focus on that. Big deep inhales and exhales. On your next inhale, you can gently rise, and exhale, we'll take a seat, and we'll find our way to our backs on our mat. So taking the time, being gentle with yourself. We're going to find ourselves to set up for bridge. So bending in the knees, feet bottoms come to the mat. Heels are up towards your butt, and we're going to flow through some bridge pose. So we're going to flow through some glute bridges. We're going to do 10 of them, linking our breath to our movement. So your hands can come to your sides and press into the mat. We're going to inhale, raise the hips, hold them there for a moment. And And exhale, bring it down. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We got 5 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one here. Big inhale in. Press them up. And exhale. Release. Go ahead and windshield wipe around the legs. Find this flow from side to side. All right, go ahead and find stillness. Now, we're going to flow through some twists. So, I want you to bring your arms up to a T position. And we're basically, you know how when we twist, we take the knees to one side, then we take the knees to the other. We're just going to flow through that on our breath for 5 breaths, and then we'll hold some deep twists. So, arms come out to a T position. Inhale, hips come in. Exhale, drop over to the right. Inhale through center, exhale, drop over to the left. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, and exhale, left. 3 more each side. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. We got 1 more. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Last time you inhale, center, exhale over to the right and hold. Gaze over that left shoulder. And release here. Ask yourself, how do you feel? How do you feel after flowing? Did you find that maybe you were able to lose yourself just for a moment? Just for a moment, to be completely in this moment. Gently inhale, come through center, exhale, drop legs over to the left, and gaze over the right. Remember that it's totally okay if you found that maybe you just couldn't break that focus. It's all right. It might not happen on the first time. I remember when I first started yoga, I was just so caught up in what was the next move, and what was the next move, and did I do this, and did I do that? And that's just part of it in the beginning. The more you flow and the more you allow yourself to let go and focus on that breath to movement, the more it just becomes this natural flow. Gently inhale, come center. Exhale, release. You can find any final pose that you need here to feel good and right in your body. Maybe happy baby, maybe a shoulder stand, anything that would feel good for you right now. Take your time. Breathe wherever you're going. And when you're ready to find your savasana, again, if you're still holding a posture, stay there. But when you're ready to find your savasana, I want you to take up space on your mat. Let your arms and legs fall where they want to fall. I encourage you, as always, to spend at least 5 breaths here in your savasana. This is where I will leave you, and I will see you tomorrow.